Alright, everybody, looks like we are back, and we're playing Elite Dangerous tonight. Alright, everybody, looks like we are back. And excuse me while I turn down the volume on my other device so I don't hear an echo myself. So we're playing Elite Dangerous tonight. I have been in my ship flying away from civilization of any kind for over just about 4 months, almost to the day. And I'm not sure if I remember how to land or even how to extend my landing gear or anything like that, because it's just been that long. I've been out exploring that long. So before I get to, right now I'm about 5 jumps away from civilization, just a little bit north of Colonia in my high jump range Anaconda. I can do about 72, 73 light years per jump, so it's a good distance, but I'm going to plow through it real fast and try to stick the landing. I've been out a long time. I'm going to show you where I've been, and you can just imagine how much discovery data, if I can actually land without getting killed or crashing into things and destroying myself and throwing away all this discovery data. We'll see how much it's worth when I get into Colonia. So let's take a look at the galaxy map, and I'll show you where I've been. Well, here we are. We're just a little bit to the north of Colonia. Not far to go at all. And like I said, this Anaconda blows through space real fast. So the last time I landed anywhere was all the way up here right next to the center of the galaxy at Explorer's Anchorage, one of the newer space stations out there, at least new to this part of the galaxy, one of the only space stations in the core of the only space station actually in the core of the galaxy. It hadn't been out there too long when I made my way over there and landed there. I stayed maybe a day. I got in there, turned in my discovery data. I had done a big exploration down in this area, and made my way all the way up to the center in one run. I got hundreds of millions in discovery data, landing at Explorer's Anchorage. So from there, the long trip I took, I went straight up to the very top of the galaxy as far as I could get with my jump range, which was pretty far. Took some nice photos up there. You could almost see a lot of the galaxy from up that high. And then I kind of made a diagonal back down into this area. I went in kind of in this direction over towards, I don't think I got all the way to the Trojan Belt region. I got to near the edge of the Arcadian Stream, and you can see this line of bookmarks. Those are all the neutron stars I found along that path. So I took a nice diagonal down from the top of the galaxy, back in more towards the center, about here. Then I kind of did a nice long loop around the edge of the galactic core, where I think I wound up somewhere in this area of Riker's Hope. Again, made a lot of discoveries along the way, and then I started making my way from there down through Riker's Hope, through Odin's Hold, straight down to Colonia over here. So I've got 5 jumps to go. Shouldn't take me long to do it, and we'll see if I can actually land when I get there. And like I said, it's been a long time since I've landed. I'm going to see if I remember the controls. Let's see, what else is there? When I was still learning to fly the Anaconda, I was scraping the sides of the space station slot almost every time I was going in. Had gotten to the point where I was finally comfortable landing the thing when I set out for months and months of of exploration. So I've been out away from Earth for the Earth area in the bubble for so long that I don't even know. So I'm gonna make my way to Colonia, turn in my data, and I'm probably gonna I'm gonna have tons of money after that, if assuming I make it. So I'm gonna ship one or two of my other ships out to Colonia, so that I have something to do while I'm out there, other than explore in my very fragile but very long-ranged Anaconda. Actually, the story is the last time I landed over Explorer's Anchorage, I actually got interdicted by NPC pirates, and I have so little shielding and so little hull that I barely made it with my life. I was down to about 30% hull, just not too many hits. So here we go. Let's look. We got 5 jumps. Destination is Colonia. I'm actually targeted on Jack's Station, so once I get there, I should already be able to just super cruise in. I'm not going to screw around and try and take a look at anything once I get in system. I'm just going to beeline right for the station and try to land. So here we go. Let's do jump number 1. And here we go. High wake out. I am going to continue to explore any of these 5 systems that I see that don't have names on them already. I'm just going to scan and get, or at least do a simple FSS scan. And you can see, even though I've got nice long range, I blow through my fuel pretty quick. I blew through about almost a quarter of my fuel. But then again, I've got a nice big, got a really nice big fuel scoop, so I reload pretty fast. So we're going to get some distance from the star. I saw my discovery scan that I did when I came up with 50 targets out there. So we're going to switch to FFS and go scan them. This is where my money is, so got to do it. Okay, throttle down just so I can switch to scanners. And let's see what we've got out here. Okay, nice gas giant. I've only been going in for... I've just been doing the basic scans for the most part, but I do go in and do a surface scan for if I find a water world, Earth-like world, or ammonia worlds generally. Just I go for basically the highest value targets only. And if there's a name on it, I'm less... Yeah, there's no names on these. If there's a name on it already, I'm more likely to gloss it over. Or if I'm just getting tired and I want to get somewhere, I'll just not. But I've been pretty good this trip. I've been scanning almost at least doing this level of scan on just about every system that I've visited. So I'm expecting to have a lot of cash. I've got about 655 million in the bank now, just from the last trip I took. Let's see. Oh, they changed a few things on the in the upper right on the features scan. I'm gonna actually wait and let this one go through because I just want to see what it's like. Tells you highly likely for geological. Yeah. All right. That's a little interesting. That changed a little bit. I think that's recent. Because generally, for the past 4 months, all I've been doing is I've been going in. I've been doing. I've been trying to do like every night I play. Do at least. Yeah, I can't go too fast because I'm scanning. Do anywhere from like 10 to 20 jumps if I can. And scan it. This is a big system. This might take me a little while to scan. I'm just going to watch this refining scan. I usually don't wait all that long on these, so I don't let all of them go through. And if I see a biological and I'm not in a hurry, I'll actually go down to the planet and do a composition scan on it. But geologicals I generally leave alone. Really only trying to scan high value or really interesting things. see what we've got here. Nice ringed gas giant. Yeah, with all these targets in the system, 50, 14 out of 50 so far. With all these targets, this system's worth a little too much money to pass up. The gas giant. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly how much discovery data, but I think this is the longest trip in the most systems I've scanned pretty much ever. So we're gonna see. I wouldn't be too surprised if I doubled my money. It's, what I got in the bank, the 650 million I've got in the bank so far right now is all from my last couple of discovery trips. It's, the last two there we go. That should take a bite out of it. The last two ships I bought and outfitted was, well, this Anaconda and a big old cutter set out for combat. Well, it's not 100% engineered, so it's not really PvP ready, but I'll do PvE with it all day. Really rigged that thing really to do planetary scan missions back when that was a little bit more profitable. But yeah, so I built that one, and then I built this Anaconda. I spent a good amount of time doing engineering and getting the Guardian frameshift drive booster, which is where I got my jump range up so high. And I'm not perfectly optimized. I know there's people with Anacondas that have done more, but I still want to have some little bit of general usage and a little bit of, yeah, I don't want to be totally stripped down completely. I basically, what I did is put in the biggest frameshift drive I could get, use the smallest power plant that could still run everything, no weapons, lightest bulkheads. Tried to lightweight engineer everything I could for lightweight. Then I have the smallest thrusters I feel comfortable with landing on most planets, which is probably a little bigger than optimized for jump range. So I'm losing a little there, and I couldn't bear to go without shields, so I've got fairly thin shields, but it's enough to handle a few bumps and landing. A couple of times I've gotten shot at, my shields basically melt on the first on the first shot, and then I'm in trouble because my ship is pretty fragile, even though it's a big Anaconda. But yeah, the jump range on this thing at 73, I think I'm at, is it's still pretty impressive. I can blow through a lot of exploration a lot faster than I thought I could. The first time I went out to Colonia was a ship with maybe half this jump range, and it felt like it took as long as almost as long as some of these exploration missions that I've been doing lately. Not as long as this one, because this one's the longest one I've ever done in this game. And really, that's the last time I've even seen another ship, even seen a station, or attempted to land was 4 months ago. According to EDDB, which I haven't updated in a while, my last landing was, I think, September 20th. Like I said, almost 4 months to the day, or just about 4 months to the day. So there's been a couple of updates since I've been been out here. There's been things like I haven't seen any of the Thargoid activity over at the Witch Head Nebula. I haven't participated in any of the CGs. I've just been out exploring and racking up exploration money. So I'm gonna base, and ultimately the reason I'm going back to Colonia, I'm gonna move a couple of ships, make sure I have a couple of ships moved up to that area. I might have moved one or two up there a while back, but I really don't remember. It was so long ago. I'm gonna move a ship or two up there so that I can basically use it as a second base of operations. The rest of my ships are stationed out in the bubble. I've got a whole bunch of ships, but I generally have been staying in this Anaconda almost the whole time. Like I said, the ones that I usually use, I've got, I used to use my Asp for exploration, but I haven't used it since I got this Anaconda all tricked out. So I may re-rig that. I've got a crate that I basically use just for mining. It's actually pretty good at it. I have a clipper that's kind of fun to drive that's sort of rigged for combat, again not optimized. Cutter that's rigged for combat and planetary scan missions, still not completely optimized. I never really flew that one much. I was basically did it so that I could fool around with fighter bays. I never bought a Fer-de-Lance. I might buy that after I get all this money. I never finished grinding Fed rank, so I don't have a Corvette yet. That may be another goal, a next goal, if I ever make my way back to the bubble at least. But I have a Vulture that I actually like to use for basic, simple NPC PvE bounty hunting, because it's fun to fly. I know they're better. You know, a Vulture's never a slouch in combat as long as you're fly smart. But there are better combat ships out there. But it's fun to fly, so I think I'm going to transfer that one out to Colonia if it's not already in the area. As a bounty hunter, I think I'm going to transfer one of my ships that I've rigged for passenger ships. I've got actually a Dolphin that I use. It's rigged out with luxury cabins. I used it for just basically for long-range VIP missions, passenger missions, back when passenger running was pretty profitable. I actually like to drive that one. It's got, you know, an okay jump range for what it is. It's something like 32, I want to say. Again, I use it as kind of like my VIP limousine. Oh, finally finished the system. Alright. Nothing really expensive that I saw there, so we're just going to move on to our next jump. You can see this jump is almost, just about every jump is working out to be about 72-ish light years. So again, I'm eating up territory. Yeah, so I'm probably gonna. I have other passenger ship. I have an Orca rigged as a passenger ship that's all economy cabins that's a pretty decent money maker because I can stack lots of. So I can stack several passenger missions on it at one time. But I think I'm gonna leave that one in the bubble because I was using that for search and rescue type stuff, trying to, when they had lots of stations that had been taken out by the Thargoids and needed evacuation and stuff like that. So I'm probably going to leave my Orca in the bubble, but bring the Dolphin out to Colonia, so every time I go there I can just break up the monotony and run a couple of long-range passenger missions. And the Vulture, so I can run some fighter missions. Neither of them is completely upgraded, but they're not bad. And I think there's more engineers. Nothing to see here. I think there's more engineers available out of Colonia than there used to be, so I can probably work on them a little bit more out there. Not really worried about a mining ship because I should be able to outfit a half-decent mining ship while I'm out in Colonia. It's just not going to be worth it to ship a miner all the way out there. Let's see, we've got 2 jumps away. I forgot how many targets were in this system. I saw. See the Colonia Nebula is getting closer and closer. Let's see. Check FFS. Nothing there.
Frameshift drive charging.
Almost there. Then we're going to see if I can land this beast. Jeez, I barely remember docking procedure.
4, 3, 2, 1.
This is almost going to be like like doing the training tutorials all over again. Yeah. Now I realized earlier today when I thought about live streaming my pathetic attempts to land after not landing for 4 months, that I should go in the options menu and look up what what the controls are for things I haven't done in a while, like landing gear and such. But then I decided, well, make it a more interesting stream if I have to figure it out on camera and under pressure. Alright, so we are really close. There's this system is just the 2 stars. We are 1 jump from Colonia.
Frameshift drive charging.
Let's see, preparing to jump Colonia, Star Class F, investment economy. Alright, here we go.
2, 1.
And I hope I don't get interdicted. That was a problem out at Explorer's Anchorage. There's lots and lots of space pirates hanging out there. Alright.
Fuel scooping.
Okay, I'm not going to bother going to FFS scanner. I'm not even going to bother. Not really going to bother fuel scooping all the way. Let's get myself pointed at Jack Station. And head in. The scope looks clear. Oops. No contacts. Probably on, yeah, I'm on a shipping lane, so if I'm going to run into somebody, I'm in the area where I'm most likely to run into somebody in this main shipping lane going to Jack Station, but I just want to get there. Uh-oh, we got a contact. Please don't interdict me. Not sure I remember how to avoid that. Let's see, what kind of contact is it? A bunch of contacts. Alright, well, we're back in civilization. These are the first contacts I've seen in 4 months. Start throttling down. Yeah, I know, I didn't hit 7 seconds yet. I really don't want to do the loop of shame while I'm on camera, so... and yes, I do have the Super Cruise Assist. Actually, why don't I actually use that since I haven't done this in a while? Where are you? Come on, Jack Station, where are you? There it is. Let's turn on Super Cruise Assist. So I can talk without having my hands occupied. Super Cruise Assist isn't as useful when you're exploring because it tries to put you in orbit around a planet rather than stopping you at a reasonable range to use your surface scanner probes, which is really the only stopping that I've done. But it's nice to have for something like this because it should drop me out right by the station. Well, if this is Explorer's Anchorage, I probably would have been interdicted twice already. So, Explorer's Anchorage really did seem like it was a wild, wild west. Ooh, Jack Station has a fast orbit. Looks like I'm chasing it. I don't have hands on the controls, I'm just letting Super Cruise Assist take me in. It's actually getting away from me. There we go. We're in civilization. Alright, we're going to try and line up with the slot. I have not seen a space station in so long. Let's see if I can do this. Yeah, the problem I was having when I first started flying the Anaconda was that I wasn't used to the cockpit being up this high, so I was kind of always scraping the bottom. I'll see if I still do this. I have enough shields that I'll survive it. Alright.
Docking request granted.
Okay. So far so good. I remember how to do this. I think it's been 4 months since I tried to line up with a mail slot. I'm not gonna boost in. No. I'm not that brave. When I was landing frequently doing cargo runs, yeah, I would definitely have no problem doing a boost landing. And now we're gonna actually throttle back and keep to the speed limit. Now, let's see. I'm in an Anaconda, so I gotta ride a little high. Oh, we slipped right in. Alright. Alright, I remembered how to turn on my landing gear. And I'm right over pad 32.
Landing gear deployed.
Alright. Last part. Again, I haven't touched down in 4 months, so... see if I can still do this without crashing. Oh, you know what? Some things are muscle memory, I guess. That did not seem too tough to line up. I would probably be... Oh, very nice. Yeah, if I tried a boost landing, I'd probably be stuck to the back wall right now. So that's it. And not a bad landing for not doing it in 4 months. So one last time before I go turn this in, let's quick review where I've been since the last time I've landed. So, right here in Colonia now. My 4-month exploration trip started up here at Explorer's Anchorage. Again, I went straight up to the very top of the galaxy. I took a diagonal down all the way out to around here. And this is this line of bookmarks up here is this string of neutron stars that I found along the way. There's a lot of them, just one after the other up there. It was a nice find, so I'm sure I'm going to get a good amount of money. Then I kind of did a nice little half loop around up to the northern end of Riker's Hope, discovering systems all along the way. Cut across this way, kind of skirted the edge of the galactic core, came all the way down to Colonia. So that was a good 4 months. I wasn't going really hard every night. I was taking like a moderate amount of jumps every night that I played, but I was taking my time and scanning, at least doing FSS scanning on just about every system that I visited, and did detailed surface scannings if I found high value targets like Earth-like worlds, water worlds, or ammonia worlds. So I should have a good amount of money here. Let's drop down into the hangar. I haven't done this in a long time. And we're going to see how much discovery data I have. And just for reference point, right now my bank account is fairly full from the last couple of long exploration missions I've done. So I've got about, well, you'll see when I go into Starport Services. I've got about 655 million in the bank right now. When we get done with turning all this discovery data in, we'll see how much more I get. There we go, 655,056,000 in Jack Station. So first, before I forget, I'm gonna restock and fix up my hull integrity down to 36% and give myself a fresh paint job. So now I'm all nice and clean. Let's go over to cartographics and see how I did. This might take a little while, so let's see what the first page. So I'm down to 654 million after doing all my repairs, repainting, and hull integrity repairs. The hull integrity repairs was the expensive part. So first page is about 53 million. That's good. This might take a while. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go over to my laptop, set up EDDB, go to the EDDB page and just let it update, because I haven't bothered to update EDDB since since I left Explorer's Anchorage 4 months ago. So it's gonna be way out of date. Yeah, and I got my name on a lot of systems here. Okay, next page is another 26 million. Again, lots of new discoveries. Yeah, look at some of these. I got it's still thinking about it. Yeah, some of these systems I got like 6.7 million out of one. So doing pretty good there. There we go. Well, going to be a lot of money here. So let's go down. I'm not going to stare at this too much. Another 25 million. And the first to discover lots and lots of things. Come on, finish up. Yep, there's a system worth 10 million. Where was that one? Yep, there we go. 13 bodies, 10,487,000 credits. Not bad at all. Next page is 34 million. Yeah, this is the one part that's kind of annoying about exploration is just how long it takes to turn in the data. Yeah, it took me 4 months to get all this data, but turning it in is can take painfully long. Anything interesting there? 3 million. I saw another large one. Yeah, 6 million system. Okay, this page is 28 million worth. Yeah, the area I was out in, even though, you know, lots of people have been crisscrossing every part of the galaxy, it's just so many stars out there and so much space between them that when you get up in that region, you're unlikely to ever see another name on another system. So I'm going to be getting a lot of bonus money for first-time discoveries. Okay, 13 million on this page. This is the lowest value page I've hit so far. So far I'm up to 840 million. So that's my total bank. That's my total bank. I'm not saying I made that much in this shot. That's counting what I had before when I started. So I might actually hit $1 billion. We'll see. Another 22 million. I've cashed in roughly 200 million so far. Alright, this page is 46 million. There should be some nice high value stuff in here. Yeah, I wish I could look at I would really wish I could look at a good estimate of, well, look in-game at a good estimate of discovery data while I'm out flying before I can turn it in. Because then it would kind of help me figure out when I want to start heading in or not. But it is what it is. You can kind of get an estimate from, if you track your progress with EDB, 58 million for this page, like that process, up to 914 million so far. In the bank account, I may be crossing $1 billion today. Okay, 59 million total when I count all the bonuses. Yeah, we're not, trust me, we're not going to take the time to stare at every single system and analyze it and think about it. This is just, I'm just going to take a quick look, see if I can see any standout numbers. Alright, still standing by. to 990 million. So you guys may get to see me cross have the first time I get my bank balance over $1 billion. I really don't know how many more pages of this I've got, but this should be the biggest haul of discovery data I've ever pulled in. Yep, I just crossed the billion mark, and still going. So that's about roughly 350 million turned in so far just in this trip. And still going. A bunch worth a couple of million each in that run, but nothing too crazy. This is only 4 million for this batch. I should almost skip this bunch if I could. Not so much on the new discoveries there. Oh, that's all I got. Alright. Well, not bad. That was, we went from 655 million up to a billion, 1,060 million. So let's say that's roughly That's roughly 400 million and change. So not a bad haul. That's, you know, that's enough to buy and outfit a pretty good ship right there. All right, so that's my that is what I've got. Let's see. So just so you guys can take a look, let's take a quick look at what I've got on the ship right now. Again, no weapons. Don't even bother looking. I know, waste of a lot of good hard points on this Anaconda, but utility mounts, the only thing I keep. I like to have a heatsink launcher for those times when I just bounce too close to a star, and I like to keep 8-point defense, even though it adds a little weight. I just like to have it just for the missile defense, and well, I originally put it on there so that I could have it on the ship for when I did the grind for the Guardian FSD booster, because it's nice to have a ship with a point defense on it. You park it right near the Guardian site, and and it'll help shoot down the missiles that the guards there shoot at you. So that's for utility mounts. On my core internal, again, 60 thrusters. I could probably get away with downsizing these thrusters a lot more to save weight and squeeze a little bit more range out of it. Got my frame shift drive is a 6. I could have probably, well, if I really wanted to. No, I couldn't. I don't know where my brain is. Yeah, I can't put this in the big slot. So yeah, I was thinking this was optional. So I would like to be able to use the size 8 slot for my frame shift drive on this config, but no, I can't. So biggest frame shift drive I can, engineered as high as I can. Life support, I went with a big life support. I really should have skimped on this, but I got it engineered for lightweight, so it's not very heavy. I downsized my power distributor. I probably could have downsized this more too, but I downsized it down to the point where actually I had originally downsized it too much, and I lost the ability to boost. But then I engineered it up so that engineered it enough so that I could boost again. So I kept it there. Sensors, I probably could have put in smaller sensors. I fooled around with extending my fuel tank. That just added too much weight and took away from my my jump range. You see my max jump range is 75.18. Current is 72.23. That's mostly because of the weight of the fuel that I'm carrying. My optionals, again, I've got some cargo racks just because I had empty spaces after putting in stuff. You know, another option would have been to have a repair limpet controller so I can repair hull. But it's nice to have the cargo rack because when I'm not exploring, I can use it to just do trade and hauling a fairly big fuel scoop. My FSD booster. I've got an empty compartment, so I could still put in that. Repair limpet. I'm using the 3D shields. Nothing in my military grade compartment. 2 AFMUs, a small vehicle hangar, surface scanner, super cruise assist, planetary approach sleeve. So yeah, where's my where is my that's in core internal. My bulkheads, I got lightweight bulkheads. The smallest lightweight bulkheads I could fit in there. And everything I can is engineered for lightweight. Frameshift drive is engineered for distance. You know, it works for exploration, could be optimized more, but this works for me. And you know, when my jump range gets me up above 70 light years, that gets you almost everywhere in the galaxy. You'd be hard pressed to find a place that you can't get to. There, I think some people have gotten these things up to 90. I can't imagine how badly they've stripped them down, but that's that. So I'm going to go to my shipyard. I'm going to find where I put some of my stored ships and see what's worth shipping here. Yes, I still have a Sidewinder out there. Oh, I'm sorry, that's a Sidewinder for sale. I think I do still have a Sidewinder. So my Dolphin, which is configured as basically just to do VIP passenger missions, still out there in the bubble. My Courier is always fun. I've got a Cobra. This Cobra is set up as a lightweight asteroid miner. My Type 9 just for hauling large amounts of cargo. Clipper is set up for piracy, bounty hunting, general purpose. My cutter I've been doing like spec ops missions and or when last time I flew it, which was months ago. Spec ops missions, planetary scans, and just bounty hunting. My crate is rigged for mining. This is a pretty good miner. My Vulture I think I want to bring out here. I've got a Type 7. This was I built this one a long time ago and just never got rid of it. It's an old style mining. This Asp used to be my primary exploration ship before I bought the Anaconda. I bought an Imperial Eagle just for fun, and I still have my original Sidewinder, an old Type 6 that I never got rid of. I rigged it up for doing things like fuel transfer, repairs, scooping up escape pods and that sort of thing. So I called it Search and Rescue Ship. My economy passenger Orca. This is a Cobra I used to use for what was it, for missions where you gotta take out ground defenses or kill a number of skimmers. I think I have it rigged out with dumbfire missiles or something like that. Only problem is that it would run out of ammo quickly. So I think I'm gonna pull out. I think I'm gonna transfer over my Dolphin and my Vulture. They're not too expensive to transfer out here. If I want to transfer my cutter out here, it would cost me more money than I had. 1.6 billion to transfer it. Yeah, I'm not doing that. But the Vulture and the Dolphin won't be much, and that's just so that while I'm out here in Colonia, I'll have something to do with other ships. Because it's the one drag is that I can always build other copies of these back in the bubble if next time I get back there. So I'm going to actually transfer these. They're going to take a long time to transfer. 61 hours. So I can afford to pay this. I'm a billionaire, so what the hell? Yep. And where's my Vulture? My Vulture's 32 million to transfer out here, so I can do some. The Vulture's just fun to fly, even if I haven't completely optimized it. I do a beam laser and a multi-cannon on it. They're not. I don't think I engineered them. I probably should have revisited the engineering on them before I did this, but what the heck. It's good enough to do some light bounty hunting out here. I think the Vulture I never really got. I don't think I finished engineering the thrusters all the way, but we'll see. We'll see when it gets here in about 60 hours or so. I don't think I'm going to transfer anything out here because the rest of this is just stuff that I could buy or build out here because none of it's really too crazily engineered. The big ships I'm not going to buy. Well, yeah, because I'm not paying $1 billion to bring a cutter out here. All right, so that's what I've got. Take a look at the missions board, see what's there. Maybe I'll see if I can run some cargo. It's been a while since I've even looked at a mission board. Let's see, these are mostly mining missions. Source and return. Remember, 120 units of consumer terminals to resell. I could do that in a few seconds. Financial data acquisition. Yeah, these are all like one jump. Assassination missions, data acquisition, wet work job. If I had my cutter, I'd go do that. Actually, if my Vulture was here, I could probably do some of these. So let's see. Yeah, while I'm waiting for that, why don't I just do a quick cargo mission? This one's worth a little bit more. 120 units of consumer terminals. Consumer technology, sorry. Gets me a lot of reputation. Yeah, let's take it. What the heck? I know I have enough cargo space. I should be able to take all of these. Yep. Telegarph's junkyard is where I'm going. All right. Let's look at my transactions. Oh, I got to turn in my Codex discoveries while I'm here. let me at least plug in my destination. Alright, never been there before, so I don't have a map, but we'll just figure it out. Get there. Got my route set. I forgot I got 50,000 codex discoveries to turn in. Yeah, codex discoveries would be nice if they were worth a little bit more. Alright. And I'm still over $1 billion. Do I have any? No. Alright then. Well, let's get going. See if I remember how to take off. We'll do this quick cargo mission, then call it a night. 4.7 million isn't... You know, I don't need the 4.7 million at this point, but gives me something to do and gives me another chance to practice my landing. So I remember how to do this.
Ship released. Engines engaged.
Oh. Beluga's trying to block me from getting out. Two Belugas are trying to block me from getting out. I'm going to pull forward a little bit. Beluga couldn't wait his turn and bumped me. He said I can get in trouble. And there we go, I scraped again. That's why I have shields on this thing. That's the most contacts I've seen on my scope in a long time. I'm still getting a speeding ticket, but... Well, I've never gotten a speeding ticket. Yeah, my boost is only 300 on this, but then again, I've got undersized thrusters, so... It's gonna happen. Oh, here we go. This is gonna be barely take any of my fuel.
3, 2, 1.
18.5 light years is probably the shortest jump that I've done in 4 months. Let's go find our station. That's an asteroid station. Yeah, I'm not going to be checking out USS's in this ship. That's not what it's made for. And cargo missions like this is why I have Super Cruise Assist. And because I don't trust myself to disengage frameshift drive on time when I'm when I've been away for so long. And some people say it takes some of the skill out, and it's kind of one of the more tedious things, and it's not really as useful as you'd think. Well, it's like if I wanted to scan that planet that I'm about to pass, I'd want to stop about here. But Super Cruise Assist will take you all the way in and put you in close orbit, which is a little too close for getting good scanner shots. Alright, almost there. Should be dropping in a few more seconds. Telegarph's joke. No, I've never been here before. Texture's still loading. Let's see if I can manage to not scrape my bottom of my expensive ship this time. Speeding right now, but sounds like somebody's right on top of me. Have to scrape the bottom a little. That's what we have shields for. Okay, landing pad 10. Landing thing is not so bad.
Landing gear deployed.
My landings aren't as efficient and practiced as they used to be, but so I used to be able to do this at speed. But any landing you can walk away from is a good one.
Landing successful. Commence system shutdown.
Alright, using my big expensive Anaconda as a cargo hauler. Alright, go into services. Refuel. I'm surprised I don't have any damage. Yeah, I lost a little integrity. There, but not bad. Shield's held up for those bumps. That's why I like that size shield. I've gone shieldless before and I don't like it. It makes me nervous. It makes me a little too gun-shy to want to land on planets, which I do want to do once in a while when I'm out exploring. If I find something really good out there. So let's deliver our... Oops. Cargo. Second complete. We're going to take our basic reward here. So again, we don't really need the money, but let's see. Report delivery. Massacre. Most of these are ship too large. Well, technically I could do data acquisition missions because I do have an SRV. Let's see. If I had something going back to Jax, I'd take it. Yeah, I'm not going to take a wing mission, not by myself. It's 2,800 units. That would be something like 28 runs back and forth. Nah, not for that. The report deliveries aren't worth it unless I can stack tons of them. Let's see if one of the other factions has something interesting. Let's see. 45 units of oh, I could probably do both of these. I could probably stack these. A little bit of cargo. Yeah, look at the value of those two cargo missions, though. It's not even worth it. I don't care about that for reputation that much. Data salvage. Don't like doing those without weapons. You never know when you're going to get jumped. This one might be worth it. Oh no, it's a wing mission. Salvage, data. I'm not rigged for these steel cargo missions. Not shooting anybody down without any guns. I could do that, but no, not much worth it here. Alright guys, I'm gonna call it a night here. Got a little money in my pocket. I'm comfortably over $1 billion in the bank. I've got my other two ships are on their way up here. My other two light ships are on their way up here, so I could, you know, fool around and have some fun while I'm out here in Colonia, in the Colonia region, for a bit. And again, take a quick look at the galaxy. We turned in roughly 400 million in discovery data tonight. Again, and that encompassed the trip I've been on since September 20th, where I started at Explorer's Anchorage, worked my way to the top of the galaxy, back down along this line where I discovered a whole bunch of neutron stars that I marked here on the map, all the way out, so around here-ish, the Arcadian Stream, over here to the northmost end of Riker's Hope, and then down through Riker's Hope and Odin's Hold, all the way down to Colonia, where I landed today. So that was quite a long trip. I think I'm gonna wait, take the 61-hour wait for my other two ships to get up to Jack Station. Spend a few days or a week fooling around doing bounty hunting missions and pasture missions. And then when I load up on my Explorer again, maybe I'll go out to this side of the galaxy. Maybe see if I can push all the way out into the edge again. I did a nice long mission down around this area in Errant Marches and Formidine Rift to see if I can get, and over here in Kepler's Crest to get to the edge of the galaxy too. So I got pretty far out. I finished engineering the Anaconda after that mission, so I probably could have got, I think what was my jump range? I think my jump range was something like 55 when I did that. Right now I could probably push a little bit further out than I did, because I've got significantly more jump range than I did then. Yeah, so I've never been out all the way out to this side of the galaxy. I've never been up to Beagle. I haven't been up to Beagle Point yet, but yeah, since I'm here and I got a base of operations, I may just see if I can push all the way out here if I've got the patience to go that far, and see if I can get out to the edge of the void at some point. That's going to be another long trip. 'Cause it's not just the trip out there; it's the trip back. Well, I may make it another. Who knows? Maybe I'll make it another long haul. See how far out I can get this way. Make my way up here. Pay my my obligatory visit to Beagle Point, and then come back down here, maybe to Explorer's Anchorage. But we'll see. That would be a very, very long trip. I'm not sure I want to even think about that right now. But over the next couple of days, I'll have some time to do some other things over here in the Colonia area, and maybe get in some trouble and pick a fight with somebody in my Vulture and see if I remember how to fly the thing. Anyway, thanks for sticking around and watching tonight. You got to see that even if you're away for long, if you've played a lot, you can still expect to retain some of your landing skills, or you should be able to expect to retain some of your landing skills, because I thought for sure I was going to end up bumping around much more than I did. I obviously am not used to going through the mail slots with the Anaconda anymore, so I'm going to have to get used to that, so I'm not scraping the sides as much, because that's just unprofessional. So thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you guys next time. I won't have anything exciting like a whole ton of money to turn in, but maybe next time I play Elite we'll fly a little bit. Try to stream a little bit tomorrow morning. Maybe I'll switch back to a first-person shooter, and or tomorrow night rather, and we'll see where we go from there, and figure out, maybe I'll touch on Elite again next week. So thanks a lot. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys later.